My name is Mike Blackwell, and I'm the Operations Chief for Windsor Severance Fire Rescue. And I have the privilege of welcoming you and thanking you for not only being here to witness the promotions of two of our firefighters to the rank of lieutenant, but to thank you also for the support that you've given these two firefighters, Travis Grenz and Michael Haynie, in their service to Windsor Severance Fire Rescue and our community. We recognize that it is only with the support of our loved ones and friends that we can do what we do, and it's deeply appreciated. While addressing a group of new fire officers, a fire chief told them, when confronted with a decision or action that could seriously affect the lives of others, ask yourself, what would a great leader do? In reality, many of us could only aspire to be a good leader and do well, let alone be a great leader. The question, however, what would a great leader do, will bring to the surface possible personal character issues or proclivity toward personal preferences versus what the best course of action really should be. Seeking to be a great leader requires one to recognize personal tendencies and consider what the characteristics of a successful leader are and the actions necessary to be a great leader. One only needs to look at individuals in history for practical examples of leadership. Alexander the Great always placed himself at the most dangerous point in the battlefield. He showed he cared for his troops by refusing to drink any water while his troops were thirsty while marching through the Grenz desert. During a tumultuous time when the United States was in the midst of a civil war, Abraham Lincoln demonstrated his skill in bringing together and actually forming relationships and friendships with those that had previously vigorously opposed him. He took responsibility for those under his charge, assuming responsibility for failures, sharing credit, and admitting mistakes. Demonstrating authentic leadership is an important characteristic of a great leader. Authentic leadership entails relational transparency. It requires that one be honest with self and honest with others. It requires that one hold himself accountable for his actions and demonstrate ownership within the organization, in its successes and in its failures. It involves a cultivation of trust between members, particularly between leaders and followers. Openly and honestly sharing thoughts, feelings, and values strengthens communication and helps form and solidify the relationships necessary for a successful team and a successful organization. True leadership fulfillment does not come with what you can accomplish for yourself, but what you can accomplish for others. This is not a haphazard method of living life or professional development, but requires the fortitude to always look for ways to contribute to your personal integrity account. It will require the effort to plan for your leadership journey and help others plan theirs. It will require that one be honest with himself and others in all their dealings with others. We're here this evening to celebrate the accomplishments of two of our firefighters as they're formally promoted to the rank of lieutenant. These individuals have already demonstrated leadership abilities and qualities informally and have stepped up to formally take on this responsibility as company officers. This is not a decision to be taken lightly. With the new position comes increased responsibility. Individuals who rise to the rank of officer take on more responsibility, and to whom much is given, much is expected. As an officer in the fire service, they'll have the opportunity to touch the lives of many people. This will happen during emergency calls as they respond to citizens' calls for service. But they'll have the opportunity to reach many more, though, through the efforts of others. When faced with decisions that will affect the lives of others, I too encourage you to ask yourself, what would a great leader do? By planning for and setting your course, by being honest with yourself and others, And by practicing leadership skills, you will be good leaders. Perhaps in time, you will be great leaders. Windsor Severance Fire Rescue Fire Chief Chris Kasian will now say a few words and administer the oath of office for Lieutenant.
Thank you, Chief Blackwell. I heard him say something about make sure your people drink water before you drink water, so you have water. You can sit if you like. As many of you know, I'll probably talk a little longer than Mike. Maybe not. That's pretty good, Mike. What a special occasion to be here to celebrate and honor these two great individuals. A special welcome to the Grenz and the Haynie family who are here today joining us in this crazy time. We're wearing these masks and being socially distanced. Normally it's a big packed house. Instead, they're all on Facebook right now, watching, I'm sure, with excitement for the same reasons we are. As Chief Blackwell said, I'm Chief Chris Kasian, and I'm honored to be here to serve our Chief of Windsor Severance Fire Rescue. On behalf of the board, and the staff, and everybody, welcome here to the audience and here on Facebook for this truly amazing experience. It's a pretty exciting time. We're here at WSFR, Windsor Severance Fire Rescue, and two new lieutenants. That's pretty great. We're watching WSFR as we grow, as our community continues to grow, as our needs need to be met. And we need to promote more leadership in our organization to meet that. Well, engineer is promoted and truly an important responsibility within the fire service to a promotion total to be obtained. It is also important to understand that as we move into this lieutenant's rank, it's truly the first line supervisor position that you're now taking. That role we talk much about is going from buddy to boss. That role is really taking you as a leader, a mentor, a coach to all your people, things you've done before, for many, many times, for many, many years in this organization. But now you hold the title, you wear the badge, and that is what is going to change today. It's not easy to get where you are today. You worked very hard to get to where you are. We had a very competitive process. We had very, very great candidates in that process. At the end of the day, somebody comes out on top, and these two came out on top. Now, we had to postpone this ceremony for a couple of weeks because both of these folks were busy. We had one taking a special ops class, and it was hard to get here in time, and another one was actually out fighting like a Cameron Peak fire, serving our community and other communities, preparing themselves, bettering themselves, making them ready to serve the people that they serve, both at Windsor Severance Fire Rescue and in our community. That's a testament for who they are and what they're all about. It's that constant learning, that passion, that selfless giving. They're all critical components of a company officer. Now you've chosen WSFR as the place to call your work home. And for the Grenz family, it's your home. You live here. Serving where you live is an amazing honor as well. It's a pretty awesome place. It's an amazing place. Now you take on the rank of lieutenant and the responsibilities of the lieutenant role. And you bring up all the expectations of those around you. The family members here tonight and those watching at home, we're all proud of these two individuals. They worked really hard to get here. And that did not start just with themselves. The moms and dads that are in the audience here today, grandmas here, the ones that are aunts and uncles, brothers and sisters that are on Facebook and couldn't make it here today, you were all integral into this successful moment happening today. You were part of their leadership journey, this modeling journey that Chief Blackwell talked about, working your way into being great leaders. It takes a lot of time and a lot of work, and it really starts with that foundation of your family and the people closest to you are responsible. So big thank you to them for both, please. They said thank you too. I like to say that these type of events, this is the fun and great stuff that I love to do as a fire chief. I get to do so many great things as a fire chief. I mean, I truly, truly do. But these events, when we swear in brand new firefighters, when we swear with that, thank you for letting me do this as part of my highlight of my job. It's truly awesome. I get to go to my second highlight because I get to go to a board meeting right after this. And that, my friends, is my second favorite thing to do. Now my fingers are crossed, something on their backs. So, I'd like you both to stand if you would. I'd like to see if we can talk about the expectations of becoming a company officer. You can certainly respond, if you will, by saying, I will, after these questions. As an officer, I'm responsible to uphold the standards of my profession and continually search for new and improved methods of serving the people and members of the district. I recognize a leader must have the heart of a teacher and the will, and will share my knowledge and skills with my colleagues and firefighters I'm assigned to lead. I will never allow my personal feelings nor danger to myself to deter me from my responsibilities. I will lead my fire company to the best of my ability with fairness and no prejudice. I will at all times respect the property and rights of all men and women, the laws of my country, and the members I serve. You have now expressed your willingness to uphold the expectations of the role of lieutenant. With that, your program is separated by, stand by you two, your program is separated by 4 words, our values that we value so much here at Windsor Severance Fire Rescue. You can see them on your paper. For those of you at home, they're readiness, excellence, courage, and respect. Those are more than just 4 words. Those are words we live by. They're 4 words that mean something to us in our organization every single day. They're all over our fire station, and I know that you will continue to uphold those values each and every day. You guys ready for the formal oath of office? You sure? All right. This is where it gets real now. All right. I'm going to swear at you. You ready? Okay. Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution and laws of the state of Colorado, that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same while defending them against all enemies, foreign and domestic. I pledge to uphold the mission, vision, and values and the policies of Windsor Severance Fire Rescue. And assist in the pursuit of continued excellence. While maintaining the proficiency in my skills, training, and certifications. We're changing our promotional process. I will ethically, faithfully, and impartially perform the duties of lieutenant for the Windsor Severance Fire Rescue, according to the best of my ability. So help me God. You did it. Congratulations. Very good. Fire service, too many to go over here tonight. The last formal part of our ceremony is the badge hanging. We wear this badge on our uniforms, and it's so much symbolism. Inside the badge is a Maltese cross. The Maltese cross comes from the Knights of Malta 400 or 500 years ago. The Knights of Malta were sworn to protect the Holy Land. Just like we do. We protect our family, we protect the lives of others, we protect property. We place this badge right over our heart, another symbol of honor and integrity and pride. So now I have 2 badges here for the office or for the rank of lieutenant. I'd ask Amy, Jan, come on up. Please place these 2 on your respective lieutenant. Certainly get a picture, socially distanced as best as you can. We got mass distance going on. All right. Real quick, we're going to turn around there. We'll get a picture of the 2 of you or the 4 of you, whichever Todd does. I would like to be the first to thank you, ladies. Good job. Let me be the first to officially honor and present you with a bump, an official salute. Thank you both. Welcome to the office of lieutenant, the rank of lieutenant. And with that, I'd like to officially turn it over, or introduce Lieutenant Travis Grenz and Lieutenant Michael Haynie to you all. And Chief Blackwell, it's your turn to wrap this up.
Well, again, we thank all of you for being here tonight. You are also part of our family. And as such, we join this celebration of the efforts and accomplishments of Lieutenant Travis Grenz and Lieutenant Michael Haynie. We look forward to their leadership and working with them in new roles. It is tradition, if they go down the line and shake hands, fist bump, elbow, whatever you want to do. Just make sure you use some hand sanitizer when you get it. All right? But again, congratulations. Thank you all for being here.
Thank you all. I'm going to look at it for me.
Congratulations, brother.